Proudly broadcasting from the Richard Philip Cavallaro Studio.
WRHU.
Hempstead.
You discovered.
A cornerstone of the Lawrence Herbert School of Communication.
WRHU.
Hello, screeners. We're back again.
You're listening to The Screening Room on 88.7 FM Radio Hofstra University.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Say hello to my dear friend.
Join us as we talk about all things pop culture,
Hollywood news,
And entertainment.
Well, I'm feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
screeners buckle up.
and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Screening Room on WRHU. I'm your host, Michael Albrecht, joined by my co-host, Brandon Moy. Also in studio is Abby Gibson, Eyal Sir, and Jamie O's, and Donovan Ellis.
That's right.
Sorry
On
about that.
today's show, we are discussing what we watched over winter break, Oscar nominations, and all the latest entertainment news.
For more on our show, follow us on Screening Room at WRHU.
All right. Well, welcome to the show, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you all for joining me here in studio. How we all doing? How are we feeling after winter break?
Going good, not gonna lie.
That's good. I know. It feels good to be back here,
It
right?
does feel
So
good to be
excited.
back. Yeah.
It feels like returning home. It's really cool. I know we've had a lot of time over break to be watching some things and catching up on everything we couldn't be watching last semester. So does anyone want to share what they've been watching lately?
I do.
Jamie.
So-
She's excited.
I'm taking a children's writing class,
Oh, I
like
love
for
that
TV,
class, yeah.
and she showed us like an episode of like a show that like the writer's gonna come in and we're gonna like get to talk to her, and I've been watching it. It's like an actually animated children's show on Netflix called Creature Cases. I've been watching it and I'm actually love it. It's like ridiculous. It's about like two pet detectives, and like they have to like help like all the people in the world, basically, like all the animals at least. It's like really interesting. Like I actually really like it, and it's educational. Like they're going to like the African grasslands and stuff.
Wow.
Like stuff I've never even heard of, but it's so cool.
That sounds
it
fun.
On? What's it on?
Netflix.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
That's
like
really
4
cool.
seasons, I think.
Yeah. When you meet the writer, you have to report back.
I will. I'm so excited.
That's really cool.
Try to get an interview.
I was
something. This might be a little normcore at this point, but I've been watching the new season of Severance.
Oh, how is
Yeah,
it?
I've heard
Everybody's
about
been
that.
saying
I've
incredible
actually been
things.
enjoying it a lot. Production value definitely went up since the last season. You watch the first episode and like there's like this really fantastic like camera shot. I'm not sure how they did it, but it's like kind of like continuous and it's like 360 kind of thing. It's really cool and like the story is just getting crazier and crazier. And you saw the latest episode, the ending. Oh boy, I was geeking out at the ending.
Oh boy, I have to catch up. I didn't
You
even
really
watch
do,
the first
yeah.
season yet. But
You haven't watched the first season?
I have not. I
Fix
watched
that.
the last episode of the first season just by chance. But yeah, it looks like a good show.
That's the worst way to watch
I
it.
know,
No.
I know. I'll get there eventually. That's awesome. Good to hear. Anyone else got something good? Donovan.
More recently, I have watched about 2 movies of the new year. One is A Better Man, the Robbie Williams biography movie.
How was that? It's
it's
obviously controversial right now.
It's genuinely really good.
Huh.
Like, I thought it was fun seeing how Robbie had to deal with his clinical depression, and they do explain kind of like why he's a monkey throughout the entire thing, even though he never like shows off his human face throughout the entire film, which I found hilarious.
Yeah.
I also saw One of Them Days with SZA and Keke Palmer.
Oh, how was that?
That was really fun. I think if you like, your R-rated comedies like Friday, for example, then you'll love this. It's Keke, so I'm going to be there no matter what.
Yeah. Keke Palmer's great. She's always a good time in whatever she does. That's very cool. Michael, I just feel like you're biting to...
He's chopping at the bit.
Chopping at the bit for what you watched.
I would say that, but I did watch the new season of Squid Game.
Oh, me too.
Oh my god,
Me
I could talk about
Yeah.
that for hours.
We could probably do an entire show on Squid Game.
could.
What are your thoughts compared to the first season?
I think it's a great continuation of the story. I'm left with, because the way they did it is they shot 2 and 3 back to back.
Right.
Oh.
Oh, they're making a 3?
Yeah, they just
They're
announced
making
it's
a
coming
third.
out in
Oh,
June.
oh my God.
It's coming out in June.
Like so quick.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's going to be it. But they're going to do spin-offs.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Have you seen the reality show based off of it?
No.
Oh,
I watched
the Netflix
that
one?
too.
How was
Squid
it?
Game the Challenge.
Oh, God.
It was odd.
Yeah.
Odd to say the least, but it was like low-key funny.
That's cool.
So watch it. Watch it. It was
Just for the bit.
Yeah, because they're so serious. Like, I get it's a lot of money, but like you're not dying like in the real show. But like they're so serious, it's just comical.
Do they use like paintballs? Like, how do they get around? Not actually
It's like
killing
kind of like ink packs on them, and they kind of just burst.
Oh.
Interesting. So,
Yeah,
like,
and then
special
it's like
effects.
No, it's like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm pretty sure it's an ink pack.
Interesting.
And then
Yeah,
like,
I get what you're going for.
it's
there.
like a
Yeah.
self like exploding thing, but it like won't hurt the person.
Yeah.
And then you just see like black ink go through their shirt. Yeah.
I remember when they first announced it, I was like, really? Like, how are you going to recreate Squid Games
Yeah.
when it's like, you know, the
And
subject
not kill
matter?
them? Yeah.
That's pretty
I thought
crazy.
they were capitalizing a little too soon on the whole trend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, Netflix and just media in general these days are just like, oh, it's the opportunity to take whatever.
Yeah.
Make shows and make money.
Well, yeah, I just think it's kind of one of those things where, like, the whole point of Squid Games is that capitalism is bad and that, you know, the 1% will do it. So it just feels odd that not only do we have Squid Game, the challenge, but Mr. Beast also made his own version of Squid Game.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Which I heard came with a whole list of legal troubles and woes anyway.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think we might have talked about that last season on the show. Also, welcome to to season 19 of the show, guys.
Yay!
Happy 19.
But yeah, I thought this last season was great for Squid Game. I'm excited for season 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too.
I know.
I couldn't get into it at first. Like the first like 2.5 episodes, it didn't feel like the show to me, and I like really couldn't get into it. But I like
That's fair.
I stuck through it.
Yeah.
And then once they got to like the actual like
Once like the squid people, I don't know how else to call them. Like
Squid
that
people.
works.
the squid people showed up. Then
picturing
you knew
Squidward.
the show was going to get good.
Yeah. Once they were out of like the regular town
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah.
into the building, you know.
Yeah.
Ooh, I also
wa-
remembered something else I watched.
Yeah.
Exo Kitty season 2.
Oh, how was it?
It was so good. I loved that show. I rewatched all the movies that go with it. It was so good.
Yeah. I know. I was hearing good things about it. I feel like.
Watch
it's- Yeah. What's the author's name? Jenny Han?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
I feel
her.
like all her shows are really popular right
I
now.
love her. The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yeah. Good stuff.
That's my stuff right
Like
there.
a whole cinematic universe of Jenny Han stuff.
Yeah, really.
The Jenny Han verse.
Imagine if there's a collab. Just
that'd be crazy.
imagine.
Well, isn't Exo Kitty a spin-off of...
To All the Boys I've Loved.
Yeah.
Yes. So
So-
Peter Kavinsky, a.k.a. Noah Centineo, actually came back. He was in the original 3 movies, but he was in season 2. He like had like a cameo or like pop up in an episode. And it was so good to see them together again. Because it was so cute. They're like, I love their like friendship, the two of them. Like Anna Cathcart. Is that her? Yeah. And I like thought I said the wrong actor. And Noah Centineo. The two of them are adorable.
Wow.
So just having him come back was so heartwarming.
That's
I
cool.
loved
That
it.
is cool.
Oh, that's really fun. I know. I might have to watch that one too. I watched a couple things. The first one I'm really excited about. Yesterday, I went to Carnegie Hall and watched
Ooh.
La La Land in concert.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
with
cool.
Justin Hurwitz conducting, which was really cool.
That's
it was,
awesome.
I know. That's like my favorite movie, and the music is incredible.
I feel
so.
like I'm going to get flack for this. I still haven't seen La La Land.
I haven't either.
Really?
But that
Yeah.
sounds really cool.
It
was so cool.
kind of saw La La Land.
Oh my gosh, it's like the best
That's a
movie ever.
story.
You guys gotta get on that.
Yeah, I do. I'm guilty of not seeing La La Land.
You,
either.
Donovan, of all people?
I'm not the biggest musical guy, but I
Okay.
do enjoy almost all of them that I consume. So
Yeah, that's fair. It's a
Donovan,
really good
you
one.
need, we need to get you into musicals. I think that's our mission for this semester.
Yeah. Well, what's so cool about it is it's very like old Hollywood, like Singing in the Rain,
Yeah.
like style, and like it's really interesting.
That's so
Highly
cute.
recommend if you haven't seen it. And in concert, it was just like wow, you just like feel the music there. So that's
I
cool.
think, excuse me, my sister's in a class right now for like movie musicals, which I wish we had.
Yeah,
which is
that
whatever.
sounds
That'd
interesting.
be a great
That
class.
helps.
Right?
I would so take
It
that.
would fill up too fast.
And you're not even a film major.
Yeah, I don't really like film, but I would take that class.
I'm a
Anyway,
professor.
my sister's not a film major either. She has to take it for like a distribution or whatever. But she gave me the syllabus, and I was looking. I was like, a lot of these movies suck. So I mean, there's like the classics like Singing in the Rain, and like Broadway melody and whatever, but like I've been thinking about it, and I was like, how would I do this course? And I would definitely think I would put like La La Land near the end
Yeah.
of the course. Definitely.
It's definitely like, you know, a full retrospective on like
Yeah.
movie musicals and like
Absolutely.
It's definitely
And the
all about
cinematography and lighting is so good.
Yeah, Damien Chazelle did a great job.
Very, very talented.
Also, speaking of musicals, I only just saw Wicked like a couple weeks ago. And
God.
I mean,
it
that's-
was fantastic.
I mean, that's fine. Wicked came out.
November.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, it's like a
November.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Thanksgiving week.
I thought it was
Yeah.
December.
Oh my god, it's like almost 4 months, guys, of Wicked.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
3,
crazy.
4?
I don't know. I can't do
November,
math.
December, January, February. Yeah,
Oh,
Well, everyone's
yeah.
been pestering me to watch it, and I finally got to it, and
Good.
it was good.
I've heard Defy
Everyone-
Gravity too many times that it's just starting to bug me.
I love singing Defying Gravity.
It was, yeah.
See, I
Cynthia
would, but I
Erivo.
can't reach the high notes.
The
You can't hit those whistle
I kinda
tones?
can. I kinda can.
I can if I go in my falsetto.
Same.
We are all holding space for Defying Gravity here at the screening room.
All right.
I had to laugh away from the mic.
That's how we get taken off the
Really
air.
high.
We're canceled now.
Oh no, I was starting to like this show.
That was good.
So-
And I'm curious, you know, it's a big Oscar contender, which we're going to be talking about a little later in the show. So I'm interested to see how it does there. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else have something interesting they've watched over break? Abby?
I just watched The Last of Us for the first time
Oh.
during break, and it was really good. Also, the Wicked thing, I
Going back to that.
checking. You know, I watched it for the first time this break, but genuinely, it was me and my mom talking the entire break. Like, we need to watch Wicked. Like, we should watch Wicked.
Yeah.
And then it was the day before my flight. We started it at like 10 o'clock, finished it at 1 in the morning, and then I went straight into packing to come back.
Oh my god.
Wow. That's crazy.
Was it
I
worth
figured.
it? Was it worth it?
It was.
Okay,
I
good.
think it was.
Was it, do you think it was all the hype that you expected it to be?
Like, I guess, because I haven't watched, like, the musical before it. Like, I'm not...
Oh, okay. So you went in
The-
completely like new.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I know it was. I saw the musical like years, probably like 10 plus years ago, and I don't remember any of it. I discovered when watching the movie, and it was cool to see it with fresh eyes because I feel like the story, like, you know, there's some unexpected parts, and it's like, oh wow, that's crazy. So I enjoyed it. It was really good.
And the Last of Us Season 2 trailer dropped fairly recently, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as someone who played and controversially loves the second game, I'm actually really excited for this season.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Pedro Pascal is really getting out there. He's doing a lot right now.
Oh, yeah. He's going
Well,
to...
he's
You're going to see what happens to him in Season 2. You're going to...
We're in for a treat.
Yeah, we're in for a treat for Pedro Pascal, yeah.
There's
We
some
gonna
stuff
cry?
in the game, right?
Yeah. Also, Pedro Pascal is going to be playing Mr. Fantastic in Fantastic Four.
He will be.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Oh, I forgot that's coming out this
Marvel.
year.
Oh,
yeah.
I was
Marvel.
gonna bring up Captain America.
Oh yeah, that is coming soon.
February 14th.
That is coming soon. We're-
New World Order, yeah.
Yes,
that's
I'm
what-
going
yeah.
to see it, of course.
Oh, shoot, okay.
Always. Always.
I forgot about everything we're talking about. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Now I'm
There-
excited for this year.
It's been a long winter break.
It
Yeah,
really
it has been.
Yeah.
No, probably talking about New World Order next week, closer to the movie. Yeah, Marvel has really been hyping up Fantastic Four recently with all the posters, and it's kind of been in the parks, and they added them to Marvel Rivals, so they.
I think we're going to get
finally.
the first trailer at Super Bowl. That's my
I
prediction.
agree with that. I 100%
Yeah.
agree.
Which is next weekend. Isn't that crazy?
Which is crazy.
That's wild.
And WRHU is sending people today.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Which is so
fun.
early. I was having a conversation with somebody at Islanders yesterday, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm getting on a 2 a.m. flight tomorrow," and I was like,
Yeah. Well, the media,
it's next
a whole
week,
week of media, you know?
which makes sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's so early.
And like missing the entire second week of classes too.
it's
Like
not the
also
first.
like the opportunity
There's worse
though.
things.
Like the opportunity above that. Like seriously.
No, it's the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, I love Hofstra, but like Hofstra University, the Super Bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, there's a bit of leverage they have.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
But
That's
I heard that the Fantastic Four was supposed to have their trailer on Good Morning America. Like, it was like a leak, and they had to, like, reverse it.
Interesting.
And that's not
Now,
good.
whether,
wow.
like, whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like,
Who knows?
Who knows?
I've been there.
possibilities.
As long as we get it soon, you know?
Yeah.
That's all that counts.
Well, does anybody
Very cool.
else have anybody else seen anything good? Real quick. Jamie, can you go quick?
There's a show, a spin-off of Young Sheldon, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage.
I haven't watched it
had
yet.
7 episodes out on CBS, but yesterday, or 2 days ago, a couple days ago, the 8th episode came out. Finally, they took like a hiatus or
Yeah,
something.
winter break.
And now they're going to go on weekly for a couple more episodes.
That's
How
awesome.
is the show? Is it?
It's really good.
Does it live up to like the other shows in the?
Well, I haven't
Sheldonverse?
seen Big Bang Theory. I love Sheldonverse.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I did really, really like Young Sheldon, but I was always a big fan of Georgie. So I do really like the show.
Yeah.
It's a similar feel. It's like very sitcom-y, but it's like good.
That's cool.
Like sitcoms usually aren't my type of thing, but
And
I
this
actually
is a
really
multicam show, right?
I think
Yeah,
so.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's a little
I
different than
think
Young
so.
Sheldon, which
It
is
even brought back
interesting.
Single
Laugh
cam,
track.
which I think is
Yeah.
interesting. But I also kind of like that they're playing around with that. A lot of British shows do that a lot, like IT Crowd. Some scenes are multicam, some scenes are single cam. So I kind of like that they're playing around with that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun because Big Bang was multicam, then Young Sheldon was single, and then now they're back to multicam.
Yeah,
So it's kind of cool.
which is fun.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Really interesting.
All right, well,
Very cool. We're all watching some good stuff.
we are watching some great stuff, and I'm so happy we're watching some great stuff. And in that spirit of watching some really cool stuff over the winter break, our very own Ayal Sir highlighted the greatest moments in entertainment news while we were gone. Ayal, take it away.
Welcome to the Winter Recap, where we cover all the best things we missed since we've been away from the mics. Here are the major highlights. Star Wars Skeleton Crew came out on December 2nd of last year. The show tells a coming-of-age story about 4 children who make a discovery on their home planet, get lost in the galaxy, and go on an adventure to get back home. All 8 episodes of the season are currently available to watch. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Mufasa released on the same day. Despite Sonic 3 performing better with audiences, Mufasa won the numbers in the box office, mainly due to the fact that Disney was paying for more showtimes in theaters. Nosferatu was released on Christmas Day of last year, being a new iteration of the film from 1922. Estate agent Thomas Hutter travels to Transylvania for a fateful meeting with Count Orlok, a prospective client. In his absence, Hutter's new bride, Ellen, is left under the care of their friends, Frederick and Anna Harding. The film garnered positive reviews from both critics and audience members alike. The Amazon reality series Beast Games released on December 19th to mixed reviews. The show has Jimmy Donaldson, better known as Mr. Beast, have 1,000 contestants compete in a series of games and challenges for the grand prize of $5 million. The show has been followed by controversy, with contestants saying that they have not received their promised prizes and compensation money, and did not receive adequate amounts of food or medical care throughout the course of the show, despite many participants becoming injured. The series still has 2 more episodes to be released. Marvel What If had its 3rd and final season come out in December. The story of Uatu the Watcher continues with even more scenarios with the MCU characters, ranging from the Wild West to movie sets. Squid Game Season 2 released on Netflix to a rousing success. After a 3-year wait and an entire spin-off series, the high-stakes thriller comes back and is even more critically acclaimed than the first season. The winner of the previous Death Games, Sung Gi-eun, returned to the remote island to put an end to the games once and for all. To top it off, Netflix announced that the 3rd and final season will be released this year on June 27th, so stay tuned for that. The Brutalist came out on December 20th. Visionary architect Laszlo Toth, escaping post-war Europe, arrives in America to rebuild his life, his work, and his marriage to his wife after being forced apart during wartime by shifting borders and regimes. While the film is not based on a true story, it does draw inspiration from real events and history. A Complete Unknown released on Christmas Day of last year. A 19-year-old Bob Dylan arrives in New York with his guitar and a revolutionary talent, destined to change the course of American music. The director, James Mangold, bases film on history, but was mostly concerned with capturing the essence of the era. Mangold also stated that it's, quote, not really a Bob Dylan biopic. Severance Season 2 released on January 16th. The story of Mark S. and the severed floor of Lumen continues with even more wild twists and turns, and shocking moments that are sure to leave viewers itching for more. Currently, only 3 episodes of the new season have been released. The Nintendo Switch 2 was announced on January 16th, showcasing a bigger and upgraded version of its predecessor. During this reveal, Nintendo showed off what seems to be a new Mario Kart game for the system. While there's no official release date yet, Nintendo has announced a Nintendo Direct on April 2nd, which is sure to showcase more of what the Switch 2 has to offer. The social media app TikTok was scheduled to be banned in the US on January 19th, but was restored only 14 hours afterwards. TikTok gave a thank you message to Donald Trump for helping to get the ban overturned. While the app is still usable in the US, if you deleted the app off your phone, you could no longer download it from American app stores. Additionally, Donald Trump has pushed for the ban for a 75-day extension period, so the courts may have more time to figure out the case. And that's all for this recap. Here's to many more new and exciting things for this year.
All right. Well, it's great catching up with all of that. Thank you, Eyal, for filling us in. We're now going to hand it over to our very own Abby Gibson to catch us up on some of the latest stories with our first news break.
Welcome back to Entertainment Newsbreak. I'm Abby Gibson, and here are this week's top stories. In the beginning, musical artist Joe, more popularly known as Joe Keery, performed a one-night-only show in Brooklyn on January 30th. He sold tickets day of and performed a brand new song from his upcoming album, The Crux, titled Gap 2 Smile. The singer will return to Brooklyn for 3 nights in May at Brooklyn Steel. A teaser for the 5th season of Stranger Things was released last Thursday and included a missing poster for Jane Hopper, aka Eleven. A phone number at the bottom of the poster led to the fictional Hawkins Police Department stating that Eleven was a missing person to be reported and found. It leaves many fans in anticipation of what is to come, with a release date still not announced. The Legally Blonde prequel titled Elle is set to film in March, with casting still ongoing. It will be directed by Reese Witherspoon and show Elle in high school. The finished TV show will be available to stream on Amazon Prime Video when it's released. And that's all for this entertainment news break. Stay tuned for more entertainment news later in the show.
Okay, I'm so excited for Stranger Things.
I could feel the room like bursting with excitement for
Yeah.
Stranger Things. I've only seen the first season though.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I really gotta catch. I know.
Eyal, that's your homework.
Watching season 1 was already homework for a class I took over the summer.
Dude,
God.
okay.
That's so funny.
When you were talking about that, I haven't seen the trailer. So that just unlocked everything
Well, that's the
for
thing.
me.
It's not a trailer. It's literally just a missing
It's
poster.
just a poster,
Tease poster,
which they
yeah.
also did for Stranger Things. Squid Game 3 is they just released a poster.
Okay. See, that one I don't care about as much because it's Stranger Things. I just watched season 2. I've had my Squid Game for a while. I have not watched Stranger Things in at least like 2 years.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
It feels
And
like
then,
it's longer.
The Netflix they did like some kind of event this past week and they had a like teaser trailer there. And so like I've seen like the leaks of people being like, this is what was in the trailer, and I'm like, guys,
Wow.
I'm very excited.
Guys.
But apparently like, okay, the Duffer Brothers are like, oh, like, we don't really know when we're going to release it. Like, if it's in 2025, then, like, great. And I was like,
right.
Come on.
Dude, just,
Come on,
just
brothers.
give it.
Can I say when I think it's going to be released?
Yes.
I think it's going to be Halloween 2025.
I think that'd be fun.
Well, I heard
That's a
some leaks
power
saying
move.
November.
Yeah.
So
That's-
sometime in fall.
Sometime in fall.
That'd be
It's a
very
fall
thematic,
show.
Yeah.
Absolutely a fall show.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
But I'm so curious about this missing poster. Like, is she gonna be like? Is she not gonna be in this first few episodes? Maybe.
and-
Like, wouldn't that be crazy?
I'm a little curious about that because I thought they were going to do. It's going to pick up right where where was it, 4 or 5 was the last one?
Season 4.
Yeah.
Season 4 left off because it left off on a cliffhanger. I thought they were going to pick right up after that, but it kind of seems like they're going to do like a couple months later, which is interesting.
Honestly, I feel like they're gonna do like an Avengers Endgame thing. Do
Yeah.
like a time jump that was
Which is
unexpected.
interesting because
That is gonna be
I
interesting.
love Endgame,
Me
so
too.
I think that's a fun
Wasn't it
idea.
already discussed that they were doing a time jump for this season, though?
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
possible.
I feel like-
I live inside my head.
I fear I live in Stranger Things. I fear I live in Hawkins.
You live in
Yeah.
Hawkins.
Yeah.
Just bouncing off of that, I didn't know that Joe Keery was a musician and that he just went by his first name for that.
I had no idea.
No,
about
but
that
it's like
either. I saw a picture.
DJO.
Yeah,
Have
it's
you ever heard
DJO.
it as DJO?
I literally
'Cause that's
mispronounced
Joe.
it for the
That's
first year. I was
stupid.
I
saying,
thought it was
like,
DeJoe.
yeah, I was like, oh,
That's
yeah,
weird.
like that's DJO.
He
And then,
sings
like,
Which is a
End of
better
Beginning.
name.
Do you know End of Beginning? That's the one song I know.
What song?
End of Beginning. I forget how it goes.
It was popular last summer.
On TikTok.
I
Yeah.
don't know, dude.
Is he
But,
gonna
like-
sing in Stranger Things 5?
He
Guys.
should. Hey, we need somebody to do music now that Eddie's gone.
Well, yes.
Oh.
But,
my
like,
God.
I
R.I.P.
fear he's going on tour, and I bought the VIP tickets because it's general admission, and I'm short, and I want to be barricade.
Real.
That's hilarious.
So,
That's crazy.
Wait, I bought concert
Oh.
tickets last night too. Not
Wow.
for him,
Like-
but just in general.
Well, I'm excited for that. I mean, we'll definitely talk about this as more
yeah,
comes out.
absolutely.
For sure.
Well, thank you, Abby. Now, let's move on to our main discussion for today, which is the Oscar nominations.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. The nominations for the 2025 Academy Awards have been released, showcasing a diverse and competitive slate of films and performances. Vying for recognition. From powerful performances to groundbreaking films, this year's nominees span genres, with contenders for Best Picture ranging from emotional dramas to bold blockbusters. Films like Wicked, Emilia Perez, Dune Part 2, and Anora have captured attention for their storytelling and cinematic achievements. So, as we draw closer and closer to the Oscars, what films are we hoping will take home the coveted statues in our favorite categories?
Wicked should win all awards. There, I said it.
I would just like to share a little fun fact before we actually get into this. The other day, after work, a bunch of my friends were at one of my friends' houses watching Dune Part 2. And I got there extremely late because I was working. And I watched for the first time the third act of Dune Part 2. I was not totally surprised. It was the first time I ever saw it, but not totally surprised. But it was still like a little bit like, oh shit. And you know what? They got really into it more than I thought they would because they're not film and TV people. I was like, you guys got really into this, and they're like, we loved the first one. I was like, when did you see the first one? I didn't know they were even in this movie.
Oh my god!
But it
It's
was funny.
quite a spread of like movies that are nominated this year. I mean, you got like A Complete Unknown, which is a biopic. Then you got Wicked. Then you got like Emilia Perez. Then Dune 2.
Yeah.
Like this is so many different things, which is interesting.
I think because at what was the other couple weeks ago, Golden Globes.
Yes.
Yeah, Emilia Perez won a lot for Golden Globes.
Yeah.
And immediately had backlash.
Well, yeah. I feel like we got to talk about this now.
I think we do
because
need to talk about it.
It's a weird kind of musical where they tried to be.
It's Oscars bait.
Yeah, they tried to like, try something new with the music. And people are ripping it on TikTok and social media because, it doesn't sound so conventional. It's a little strange.
It's strange. Definitely Oscars bait. People don't love it. People are upset that it won against Wicked, and Wicked is, in my opinion, a fantastic cinematic achievement of the decade,
Yeah.
maybe the century.
Yeah,
Or
especially
all
when
time.
that is like such a musical, like comparing these two things.
Yeah, and Emilia Perez is so like the way, I don't know how to say this, but like they tried to do things in the sake of representation, and that's great, but the way they did it wasn't great and
Yeah.
just seemed too much, and it's not great, and it's not good.
Yeah. Has anyone here seen it?
Wicked or Emilia
Emilia
Perez?
Perez.
I have not, no.
Nope.
Yeah. Everyone I've talked to that has seen it has said like, oh, like the story's okay, but like it's weird. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. So it's interesting. But it's interesting too that Wicked is nominated here for Best Picture because I feel like
I'll play devil's advocate for a second. I think the Wicked nomination, while I do enjoy the film, I think it may just be a little more recency bias, and also
That's fair.
Also, Wicked has been very popular for was it like 30 years or maybe a little less, a little more.
it's like
A
20,
lot less
a
than
little
30
over
years.
20. A lot less. Okay,
I'll let you realize how young or old Wicked is. Wicked came out in June 2003 on Broadway.
Before I was born, that's what I was
Yes.
thinking.
I was born in August 2003.
Oh, so you are
So I'm the same age as
just
Wicked.
as old as Wicked. But again, not a bad film, but like considering it already had a lot of notoriety and like the songs are already really good, there's no doubt that people want Wicked to win the Oscars. It's
yeah.
Plus the casting.
the cast.
Plus the
yeah.
casting.
Oh my
you got
gosh.
Cynthia
Cast
Erivo.
is
You have
incredible.
literally the Ariana Grande. You have
Ariana
Jonathan
Grande.
Bailey.
And the Jonathan Bailey.
The Jonathan Bailey.
Ariana Grande kind of killed the.
Who was Oz?
She really
Jeff
set the movie
Goldblum?
for
Jeff
me.
Goldblum.
She was so funny in Ariana Grande was so funny for me.
Yeah.
She's
in
great.
The film. She's great in
And
the film.
Cynthia
yeah.
Erivo too is amazing.
Yeah, oh my
Cynthia
God.
It was the
I
first
think,
thing I saw her in.
was a
Oh my
yeah.
god, her voice is so amazing.
Yeah.
absolute star.
Like I'm not a singer, but I love singing, and I do it all the time,
That's
just
how
for
I feel.
myself, for my friends.
Did you hit the riff?
Of course, I hit the riff.
That's hilarious.
But like in my falsetto, as Micah said, because I cannot belt that. But like the way she filmed that scene, she was actually flying, and she sang
Yeah.
it live. Like
Yeah.
she actually sang that while with a harness on her in the air with a broom between her legs. She's like flying through the air, and she's actually like hitting those notes
That is damn impressive.
while moving. Like
Yeah.
she's literally flying.
I think what's so unique about Wicked is that, like, yeah, it's a franchise film, but they put so much care into it. Like, Cynthia and Ariana wanted to sing live because they're like, it's going to be a more authentic sound.
Which I love.
In the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, that kind of care and attention really shows. And I feel like, you know, that's why it is Best Picture this year, I think. Well, a nominee for Best Picture.
I agree.
And I don't know. Do we think it has a shot at winning?
I think it does.
1,000%.
Just one pet peeve I have about the film, and it's nothing about like the actual ending of the film at all. Is that it's a two-parter.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
I think that's the one thing that holds it back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the actual like musical is about the length of a movie, right? And
Longer.
a little, yeah, it's longer, but not 2.5 hour movies worth.
Yeah, but
It's not a 5 hour musical.
What something that I was praising it for, and I think I still would if I saw it today, was how they stretched it out, and it didn't feel like they stretched it out.
I feel like
yeah.
they
Yeah.
needed more time even just for the first part. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
No,
I
it
think
really
they're
like
rushing it
it
almost.
builds Elphaba's and Glinda's like relationship even stronger before the the ending, which I
Agreed.
think was a really good like kind of build up to like the second film.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is explored in the second act. Yeah, so before we move on, I'm going to read the names of the nominees for Best Picture.
Mhm.
I would like everybody to choose one and maybe
Ooh.
in like a sentence or two describe why you think they should win.
Okay.
Okay, so the nominees for Best Picture: Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. I think it's a good thing Tommy's not here because Tommy would defend The Substance to the end of the earth.
He also would have seen every single
He
one
would
of these
talk to the
movies.
end of the show.
I mean, I'm not a good authority because I've only seen Wicked.
I've only seen
Yeah, me
Wicked
too.
in June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is
I
this
haven't
good?
done my
Donovan,
Oscars watch
Donovan
yet.
has something to say.
Unfortunately, I've only seen A Complete Unknown and Wicked.
Uh-huh.
I'm a fake film major.
How was A Complete Unknown?
I liked it. I will admit I'm not the biggest into the folk scene and like
Okay.
Bob Dylan, but Timothy Chalamet kind of had me in theaters.
Yeah. Did he do a good job in the role?
I think he did. I've been trying to get more into his roles, especially because after Dune, I feel like he's just been
Yeah.
getting role after role after role.
He's the it guy of Hollywood now.
And as somebody who saw 20 minutes of Dune Part 2, by the way, I was just going to say, I think that actually might have a shot, like maybe third or fourth in voting, because the sound design in that movie is so good. So it should win sound design if
Okay,
it's not
sound
nominated.
design.
Interesting.
And the cinematography is great too. There's a couple of lighting and cinematography stuff they do in that 20 minutes I saw. That is
That's such a you thing to say.
incredible. I know. But yeah, Timmy does such a great job in that film. I'm sorry, Donovan. Go.
I love that you call him Timmy.
I
think you guys go way back.
I also do like how
Well,
the
friends.
film kind of has like a bit of a back and forth, because the whole point is that like at the start of the film, he was like Bob, like Bobby or Bob Dylan
Yeah.
was like so in tune with folk music and felt like a real spokesperson, add a new voice to it. But as time goes on, he kind of just wanted to veer away from the spotlight and do his own thing.
Yeah.
The movie kind of frames it as not really like the greatest decision of all time. It just frames it as like moving on or growing out of like what you were before can sometimes be a bit painful.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that take for that, Donovan. So I just
I
quickly,
want to touch on Best Animated Features because I feel like
Okay.
those are always fun. And
I think that's a great idea.
This year we got Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robot. Some interesting ones.
I've only seen Inside Out 2, but I really want to see The Wild Robot.
I do too. It has Kit Connor, and I love
Everything
Kit
I
Connor.
see is
It has
like,
Pedro Pascal as a fox. I want to see that.
Pedro Pascal's everywhere.
It really is.
I feel like that might be the winner this year because everything I've heard, it's like it's this incredible movie that no one expected, and it's just a big standout.
Just from the trailers, I like the animation style.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't seen it, but like, shout out Inside Out 2. Of course, I love that so much.
Which I think will win.
I
Inside
also
Out
think
2.
so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I like Inside Out 2. I do. I think it's a good film. Like I said, it's capitalizing a little bit on the franchise, but you know what? It's what Disney does. The one complaint the major complaint I have about it is that Bill Hader did not return to voice Fear.
I would agree with
and
that.
also Mindy Kaling.
Mindy Kaling didn't return, which I think is weird.
Oh, I didn't
But
realize
I think the...
Well, it's funny. Tony Hale.
Tony
took over.
Hale, yeah.
Tony Hale,
So
who
it's like
actually
another.
did a good job.
He actually did a pretty good
Yeah.
job, all things considered. Yeah.
Another big name to replace a big name, which was interesting.
Yeah, I do think, though, that it was kind of a return to form for Pixar, that movie.
A little bit,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, but also like playing into their thing of sequels now. So it's kind of like an interesting.
That's true.
But this
That's
is
why
interesting balance. of
This
both.
is a good sequel, at least.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I'm kind of excited for, what is it, Elio is coming up?
Yeah, Elio.
Yeah,
Because
Elio,
it's,
yeah.
Elio, because it's a new
Completely
movie.
original Pixar.
Yeah, so
Oh.
that's-
Yeah, it looks like
we
it'll be
need-
fun.
Well,
we need
Pixar hasn't had the
originals.
best track record, so like I'm holding my reservations, but you know what? I'll hold out hope a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you just say Pixar doesn't have the best track record?
At this point in time. At this point in time.
Pixar has made some of the greatest animated movies
Yes,
ever.
Michael. Yes, I understand, but currently,
In its current state, I get what you're
I don't
saying.
want to.
In the past, 5 years.
I don't want to make you any more angry than I have to.
disregarding Up and Wall-E and The Incredibles and Cars.
It's also important to note Inside Out 2 is not only the highest grossing movie of the past year, beating out even the live action movies, it's also the highest grossing animated film of all time.
Yeah,
which
it is.
What?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's a wild
Right?
statement.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Also, a fun fact before we move on, I saw that movie for free on a cruise ship.
Ooh,
That's great.
nice.
Always a good time. Love free stuff. That's very cool. Well, anyone else have last comments before we move on?
Shout out Pouchy.
Shout out Pouchy. Oh, Pouchy.
Oh, I just made the
think
entire
that,
studio laugh.
I think that a lot when we're on like in a studio or on set and I need something, like, and we don't have it. That was the end of that sentence.
Okay. All right, Donovan, did you have a?
My only thing is for the animation discussion. I will admit I did not. I saw Inside Out and Wild Robot at least. I feel like the Wild Robot should win. I love
Yeah.
that movie, and I also think that it being DreamWorks' last in-house animated film, from what I heard, like animated in the studio, they're
Right.
gonna offshoot. I feel like it just deserves it more. Inside Out 2, I know is gonna win just because
Yeah.
it made the most amount of money and Disney, but still. Also, I don't know. I feel like Pixar has been like fine. Turning Red, Soul, Luca. No, none of those.
That was
Just
cute.
saying.
Oh, I loved Luca.
Luca was so
so
cute.
good.
Yeah.
Soul was okay, but Luca was cute.
I actually completely agree.
Thank you.
I actually really enjoyed
Because
Soul.
I didn't love Soul when I saw it. I
Yeah.
think it's grown on me a lot.
It gives Tick Tick Boom a little bit. Like a little, I know it's so different, but like the vibes, like a jazz musician,
That's-
or like
okay.
the writer
Yeah.
of a musical. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like the atmosphere of Soul was really cool.
No, they,
Yeah,
I
it
feel
was
like that
cute.
was.
I would agree with
they
that.
just made it like realistic, just living in New York City. I really
As a cat?
enjoy.
It could also be
Someone
is-
is a cat, yeah.
I could be thinking is who's the lady who plays the ghost in that movie? Is it
I
Aquafina?
literally
Tina
couldn't
Fey, I
tell
think.
you.
It's Tina Fey.
Oh, that
In
makes
Soul,
sense.
it's TinaEy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's 22.
I was gonna go off of my hatred of Aquafina.
Yeah.
It's not Aquafina. Don't worry.
It's not.
My sister loves 22.
She's
22
funny.
Jump
It's a
Street.
good. It's a good character. But yeah, some interesting stuff. I mean, we'll definitely continue talking about the Oscars, I'm sure, as we get closer. And you can watch the Oscars ceremony live on ABC on March 2nd at 8 p.m. So I will be tuning in for sure.
Me too.
But we're now going to hand it back over to Abby with another news break to catch us up on some more stories.
The new Hunger Games movie, titled Sunrise on the Reaping, has officially started the casting process. Filming will begin in Germany starting in July, with the book being released March 18th. Lionsgate confirmed a release time for November of next year. The infamous Blue Man Group said in a statement last week that they will be disbanding. This comes as their ticket sales have decreased. Throughout their start in 1991, they have performed 17,800 shows and used 82,150 gallons of paint. They leave a lasting mark on performance art. The Fire Aid benefit concert for the California wildfires was hosted last Friday at the Kium Forum and the Intuit Dome. There were performances by Stevie Nicks, Olivia Rodrigo, and Lady Gaga, who performed a new song she said she and her fiancé wrote specifically for the concert. The event ended up raising more than $60 million. And that's all for this entertainment news break. Now let's get back to the movies.
Thank you, Abby.
I think it's interesting that Sunrise on Reaping is casting already when the book hasn't even come out yet.
That is interesting. They did the same thing. I mean, obviously the movies were made beforehand, but with Harry Potter, they started making those movies before half the books were even out.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Well, I think it's just also because, like, they already know that it's going to be popular enough for another movie.
I mean, what if this book is a
gonna make
flop,
a lot
though?
of money.
What if this is, like,
I don't
the
think
worst
it's
one yet?
Exactly. It's Haymitch's Games.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
true.
it's going to make a lot.
I'm excited for it.
Also, while you were doing that, I thought of a joke.
Oh? I was over here freaking out, and you were thinking of jokes.
I was also freaking out, but I thought of a joke. Because the Blue Man Group are breaking up, right?
Right.
They're now the Very Blue Man Group. 'Cause they're sad. That was a bad joke.
That was horrible.
I know.
Leave, Michael. Leave.
I had about 30 seconds to think of a joke.
Dude, I'm so sad. I've seen them multiple times. I love the Blue Man Group.
Yeah, I can imagine that's a fun show.
It really is.
I've actually never been.
I've never been either.
They're like low-key scary, but it's so good.
I actually heard about the Blue Man Group breaking up, and that's while I was helping my sister move into a new apartment.
Oh god!
Like yesterday, so like it was it missed a lot of crazy. Just the Blue Man Group's breaking up. Oh, that's so spoiled the sadness a little bit for me.
Do you think they'll get other jobs?
Are they like actual humans?
Maybe yeah,
they're blue.
No,
men.
I know.
They,
No, I had threw a party once, and a guy, I'm not gonna name drop, but he used to go here. It was like a Halloween or whatever. He dressed as like one of the guys.
Oh,
from Blue Man Group.
I was
His
there.
entire face was painted blue.
He
It
went
was
all out on that.
hilarious.
Also, how many gallons did you say they used for
when
for
we
the faces?
when the show is
It's
done, I'd
quite
like
a
to know
lot.
who this is.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I have a picture of it actually.
Wait,
I can pull it up.
82,150 gallons of paint they used.
That's
Wow.
That's
That's insane.
actually
That's
wild.
insane.
yeah.
I thought they were naturally blue.
What are
You
they
know what?
eating?
I think they're gonna get jobs cosplaying as David Cross for the rest of their life. Donovan got that joke.
I do not get your joke.
All right, I think
so-
it's time to move on. To our next discussion.
It's an Arrested Development joke.
Oh, that would be why.
Anyway, thanks, Abby. We're now going to kick off our Hollywood news discussion by talking about the war for TikTok.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
Dun dun dun. In January 2025, the future of TikTok became uncertain as ByteDance, its Chinese parent company, faced pressure from the U.S. government to divest its American operations due to national security concerns. President Donald Trump mandated that ByteDance sell at least 50% of TikTok to an American entity, setting a deadline of April 5th, 2025 to comply. This directive has spurred a competitive bidding process, attracting interest from a diverse group of potential buyers, including tech giants, investors, and high-profile individuals. Among the leading contenders is a consortium led by YouTube star Mr. Beast and Roblox CEO David Baszucki, who have reportedly offered significantly more than $20 billion to acquire TikTok. Additionally, Microsoft and Oracle are in discussions to take over TikTok's global operations, with ByteDance retaining a minority stake. Other notable figures expressing interest include Elon Musk, Kevin O'Leary, and David Ellison. These developments have intensified the debate over TikTok's ownership, highlighting the intersection of technology, entertainment, and national security in the digital age. So, how do we feel about these potential buyers, and who do we want to win the war?
Well, first of
for
all,
TikTok?
I think we need to discuss about our 15 hours without TikTok.
I
how did
I
we all
died.
fare?
am ready to
I
scream.
actually
No, I'm not.
died.
I'm not even upset about the fact that it was taken down. I'm upset about the fact that it was brought back up so fast. It was like the biggest and like craziest publicity stunt I've ever experienced. yes, it was.
Well, that's an interesting topic. Do we think it was like an intentional
I do.
PR thing?
Well, I think it was because Trump was fixing to get inaugurated, and Trump wanted to be like, "Oh yeah, I saved TikTok for you guys. Like, you don't have to thank me."
No, it was such a publicity stunt. Wow.
The craziest part too is that Trump was one of the biggest advocates for trying to get rid of TikTok in the first place, and also, I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to be like that guy right now, but oh no, TikTok is stealing our personal data, and I'm like, Google, Facebook, there's Amazon. There's a Western equivalent to there. The average consumer does not care.
Yeah, like literally of all the TikTok users that are like, especially our age or like within the age range, who actually cares if some random building in China has their like name?
I mean,
it's more than their name.
Well, I know, but like,
I mean, I also don't fully believe that they're stealing our data.
I don't either.
I also don't think, kind of going off of what Jamie just said, that they're not really going to steal the data of some random 21-year-old. If anything, they're going to steal like Donald Trump's or like somebody who actually has power.
Like, it's not about us. It's more about like high-profile people that might be on TikTok.
It's always about the high profile.
So I don't know.
Anyway, before we actually talk
about
this,
interesting. But how was our 15 hours without it?
Horrible.
Were we okay?
No.
Did we all make
it?
No.
I was enraged for the reasons I just explained.
Yeah.
I'm enraged, and I'll tell you why.
Oh.
My 15 hours, I teased this before, became an eternity.
Wow. Are you still in it?
Really?
No, because none of this makes sense, and I know it's not actually banned, but if you can't buy it on the App Store, I'm calling it banned because that doesn't make any sense that I can actually, if I have the app, I can still use it, but I can't buy it.
No, it's not on the App Store anymore.
It's not on the App Store,
Well,
which makes no sense.
Well, the app stores are concerned that they could be sued for having it on there.
That's
why I can have it on my phone, but I can't be on the App Store. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
anyway, because
the way the law was written.
It's
but
stupid.
Yes.
Because I didn't know that Trump was going to be like, "Hey, extension." I was like, "Oh, well, it's banned. That's okay. I have Instagram Reels."
Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah. What did we turn to?
And YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like, but unpopular opinion. I deleted the app. I deleted TikTok.
I so fear for you.
No, I also deleted the app and now I can't get it back.
I'm
Not that I want it back.
That's why I'm a little upset because it doesn't make any sense that I can't just download it.
Wait, this was like when Flappy Bird got banned?
I know.
People were selling their phones for thousands of dollars, and that's what's happening now. People are selling their iPhones for like $50,000 with TikTok.
Flappy Bird Part 2, guys.
What's also really bad for me is CapCut was also part of the
which doesn't make any sense. Well, I mean,
CapCut is not on my phone, and I have to have it for my internship, so I have to do it through my computer. So it's really fun for me over here.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Abby.
Some tough times here.
Well, yeah.
I want to touch on who's interested in buying TikTok. First of all, my number one pick would be Kevin O'Leary because I think that'd be hilarious.
Mr. Wonderful.
But Mr. Beast,
I was about to say, I think Mr. Beast
would be hilarious.
is like the most absurd option to buy TikTok.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine that?
Okay, if you want to call him by his real name, Jimmy Donaldson is like the most absurd option, but like, it doesn't really ring a bell because he just sounds like a normal guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast buying TikTok is like the headline of all headlines.
Yeah. Imagine they like change the name like TikTok by Beast.
Beast Talk.
Beast Talk, yeah.
I mean, they already has Beast Games, Feastables, which isn't really, it's not Beast, but it still rhymes.
Beast Burger.
Beast Burger. Yeah, he has
Does
like
he have a chocolate bar?
Yeah, that's Feastables.
He also has a ton of controversy right now.
He does.
Yeah.
Which is also
he had like a
interesting.
Lunchables like kind of failed. Didn't have like a bunch of like.
Oh really?
Yeah, like a lot of like bad chemicals. I mean, that's just Lunchables overall, but like still.
Yikes. Yeah, it's wild. Some interesting choices, I have to say.
Yeah.
Look.
No,
Look,
it's
as long as Mr. Beast and Elon Musk lose, that's all I care about. I don't need them anywhere near TikTok.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
It'll be
definitely an interesting one.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad to have TikTok back because there's some funny videos.
Me too. I actually couldn't live without it, which is like a problem. But
I did download a bunch of my favorite videos before it got shut down.
I wanted to, but I have over 4,000 favorited videos.
Wow.
And I would not be downloading 4,000 videos.
Yeah. Well,
or going through them.
yeah.
I do have to say, it's easier for me to get out of bed now.
Yeah, do you feel like a better person now?
No, but I feel like I waste less time.
All right, well, that's good.
Well, I think, like, I'm not in the same boat as Michael, but I fear it got banned. I still have the app on my phone. I just don't use it as much anymore because I didn't have to have it for 15 hours.
Yeah.
So I, like, tried
Those
to, like,
15 hours
normalize.
changed you.
Yeah, I tried to normalize myself. I was like, okay, I'm spending too much time.
Well,
Like,
you know what? A
this
lot
is
of
my
people were
chance.
saying that. They're like, man, maybe I am a little addicted. And so maybe people are taking a little bit of a detox.
Oh, I would never. It's just muscle
hilarious.
memory. Like if I'm
Yeah.
bored, TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll see how it goes. We'll follow the story as it develops. But exciting news pertaining to tonight. The 67th Annual Grammy Awards are set to take place at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Hosted by Trevor Noah for the 5th consecutive year, the ceremony will feature performances by artists such as Billie Eilish, Shakira, Sabrina Carpenter, and Charlie XCX. Beyonce leads the nominations with 11 nods, bringing her career total to 99 total nominations, which is crazy. That makes her the most nominated artist in Grammy history. Taylor Swift is also set to make history as the first woman to earn 7 career nominations for Album of the Year. And also, a last little notable piece, the Beatles' last song, Now and Then, has also received a Grammy nomination. So, does anyone have a favorite nominee this year that they're expecting to win?
I actually have somebody that I think they missed out on, and I'm trying to look up the reason why. I don't remember.
There's a big snub.
I think Chapel Roan will win something. Just
Yeah.
gonna
I
say.
heard that she doesn't want to.
What?
I heard, somebody, I forget exactly what it was. I don't know if I was having a conversation with people or if I, like, watched a video, but I think she doesn't really care about, like, the awards. She just wants to make music. I think.
That's like
That's what I
saying.
heard.
She seems
Yeah.
pretty, like, humble in that respect.
Yeah.
about this kind
And,
of
like,
stuff.
it's, like, also really early for her. She's up for Best New Artist. But,
She
like,
should get that.
She
I
could
mean-
also, well, who else is up for Best New Artist?
I don't know.
Sabrina Carpenter.
There you go.
No, she's considered new.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
because Best New Artist is considered when you break into mainstream, not like
Yeah.
I
your
feel like
first
she's been
few
mainstream.
albums. Well, like she's been known. Like the way I put her is she's been on the back burner and she didn't get put to the front until
Until now.
like
I agree.
yeah.
Because she had,
Music
like,
is weird.
Wild Side, like Disney Channel days, but,
Yeah.
like, come on.
Love
Like,
her
now
Disney
she
Channel
actually
days.
has, like, a break.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that's the thing is she's starting to get so popular to where like she's having an impact on pop culture and stuff, and I think that's why she was more so nominated for Best New Artist.
Actually, there's kind of
That's
a
fair.
lot of Best New Artist nominees. We got Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii, I don't know how to say this one,
I don't either.
Krugabin, Ray, Chapel Roan, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swim. So
Teddy
actually,
Swims.
there's some big ones here that it's going to be a little bit contentious.
Yeah.
Like, I
agree.
love
I
Teddy
think it'll be
Swims
interesting.
and Benson Boone.
I think, and just because I think they all merge in my head sometimes, Chapel Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, and there's another one whose name... Oh, Olivia Rodrigo.
Wait, you're like, they're all the same
What about Tate
flavor?
McRae?
And I don't really listen to Tate McRae, but Tate McRae too.
come on.
I think they're all had a great year,
Yeah.
especially with all their tours and concerts
Yeah.
and just new and old music. And I think they're going to be the most competitive.
That's what I wanted to talk about, though. Tate McRae was not nominated for a Grammy, and she can't be. I don't know if it's, like, the amount of albums she has. Tate only has 2 albums, but doesn't Chapel only have 1? Like, I don't really...
I don't know music.
I don't know.
Abby?
I mean, I feel like Tate didn't really break, like,
Oh, she did.
big things this year. Like, I
she
haven't heard
did.
much about her, and I feel like she's
She
not
went on
talked about
tour.
as much.
She went on tour. She's dating the kid Leroy, so she's like all over the place. And like, there's like hockey stuff about her. Like her ex is a hockey player.
Who's
like,
her ex?
Cole Sillinger.
Really?
Yeah, and he cheated on her.
Whoa,
How
I
did you
did.
cheat on Tate McRae?
I did not
All
know
this,
this
like,
tea.
The female artist getting cheated on is crazy.
That's actually
And like
crazy.
Tate McRae, she is gorgeous.
That could have
How
been-
do you cheat on a girl like her?
Yeah, that could have been the NHL's Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
I know. I literally know. But she's dating Leroy, and like for her tour this year, she brought him out on stage at MSG, and it was the cutest thing ever. They like sang "Stay" together. It was so cute. And now her new album comes out in 3 weeks. I'm actually freaking out. Her style, though, because she has an alter ego named Tatiana, and Tatiana is in her phase right now. She's coming out.
Interesting.
This new album is called So Close to What? February 21st. There's my plug.
In
she's a different person now.
That's cool.
That is cool. Well,
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll see her at the next Grammys.
Hopefully.
But does anyone have like a favorite album of the nominees this year? I feel like there's some ones that like are very popular.
Yeah. Well, like, whenever I look at the Album of the Year nominees, I just don't know which one. Because, like, for me...
Yeah, I feel like this is all your music, like, in one place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, it's between Brat or Short and Sweet. Because I think Brat had the impact on pop culture that year, but it doesn't have, like, the lyrics to back it up.
I would
think.
agree with that.
Yeah.
But Sabrina Carpenter, I feel like she has the impact in the lyrics.
For sure.
Interesting.
I love Taylor. She's also nominated. I just don't view it as having that great of an impact on pop culture.
Here to
I don't
hear
know if
Which is
Abby.
a crazy
I love her.
statement from a
Yeah.
Swiftie.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
Abby
that's the
no
thing,
longer likes Taylor Swift, guys.
You heard it here first.
This is an epiphany, guys.
But she has the lyrics to back it up, guys. Don't worry. I love her music.
I mean, I
but,
don't like how it's produced. Like, I feel like Jack Antonoff is not doing her good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, the anthology was amazing. I just think it just being the Torture Poets department, it, like, lacks the oomph.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that.
Okay.
I think Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, that's
Okay.
my number one pick
Okay.
out of these. I feel like it had the lyrics,
Yeah.
it had the production. Like, I don't know. I feel like that might be a surprise win this year, in my opinion.
I could see it.
But we'll have to see. What about Song of the Year? Does anyone have a favorite Song of the Year?
I don't know where you're finding these nominations. I am looking for them.
We got A Bar Song, Tipsy,
Ooh, okay.
Birds of a Feather,
Great song.
Okay.
Die with a Smile. That was a
Okay.
favorite of mine this
Great
year.
That was
song.
good.
That should win.
Fortnite, Good Luck Babe, Not Like Us,
Oh,
Please, 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 and Texas Hold'em.
okay.
No,
No
NPT.
Texas Hold'em. No Texas Hold'em. Absolutely no Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
No Fortnite either because I don't like Taylor Swift, but I do
Yeah.
love me some Post Malone. He is my favorite.
Posty.
Yeah, but that song, no.
Yeah.
No. I'm good. I'm probably between a bar song because I do love me some country music, or Please, Please, Please.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Also,
Thank you.
I don't know. I feel like the Bruno Mars Lady Gaga collaboration is just so interesting. I don't know if it's gonna win, but like Die with a Smile was a good song.
If it was
Everyone
a
loved that
little
one.
more upbeat and like 10 years ago, then yes.
Yeah,
Like when they were both in their primes.
that's true.
I think Bruno Mars had a great comeback year because he had that, but he also had APT with Rose, which
Oh, that was him?
obsessed with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he was
never
the
knew
guy on
that.
that.
Him and
He had a
Rosé.
great
That
comeback
song
year.
has been everywhere. I'm not
Love
the biggest
that
fan of it,
song.
but I cannot get it out of my head. Get it out of my head.
I love that song so much.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Any last thoughts? We also got Record of the Year. We got Now and Then, The Beatles, Texas Hold'em, Espresso, 360, Birds of a Feather, Not Like Us, Good Luck Babe, and Fortnite for those.
Espresso.
Yeah.
Easily. She literally made a Dunkin' Donuts drink based off of it. Like, come on. Like, that's a wild thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I feel like that was the best production of a song
For
this
sure.
year.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, Good Luck Babe was also not my favorite,
I liked
but I
it.
feel
I
like
liked
people
it.
Not a
people
fan.
were resonating with that one.
I recognize it's a good song, but I think she has so many other great songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Not
is
a
true.
fan either way.
Okay.
It's also interesting that the Beatles are on here. That's fun.
Yeah,
That's
that
like-
shocked me a little
This
bit.
might be their last Grammy nomination.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
probably will be.
that's crazy.
That's a great. Is there a music video thing for the
For
Grammys?
Now and Then?
Yeah,
There is, yeah.
because they should win that. I think that music video is. So good.
I don't know if there's a music video for this, but there are music video awards out there.
Okay,
so-
because the music video awards, the MVAs.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a
But,
thing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow. Why did I not
but
know that?
if there was a music video award for the Grammys, they should win it because that music video is awesome.
I think
pretty
Tate
cool.
McRae should win, even though she's not nominated.
I guess
her
we'll
music
have,
videos
to,
are
we'll have
crazy.
to tune into the
will
Grammys
have to
tonight
tune
to
in.
find out. We'll give you the update next week. But the Grammys will be broadcast live on CBS and Paramount Plus at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, so you can catch it there if you're interested.
Well, everyone, that is going to wrap up this week's show. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been the Screening Room on WRHU. Do not forget to follow us on Instagram at Screening Room WRHU to stay up to date, and be sure to tune in to our show every Sunday at 10 a.m. only here on 88.7 FM Radio Hofstra University. But until then, Hakuna Matata, and have a great weekend, everyone.
Have a great week.